How's it going everybody, and welcome back to a new video. In this showcase we look at a fairly new mod that has gathered quite a bit of attention called Ancient Curses. This mod allows you to discover ancient altars which reaps amazing rewards, but for a price. This was made for the CurseForge September 2024 mod jam, so without further ado, let's get into it. Throughout your world you may come across small structures called cursed altars. These ancient platforms has an altar in the middle of it, and when interacted with you will be cursed, and only by fulfilling the quest you can be cured. Not only this, completing the quest will also give you some great rewards. This will include some vanilla items, but also a new item known as a gem. These gems can either be given in a broken, polished, or perfect quality. However, you can also be rarely given an ancient gem, but we'll go into these in more detail a bit later. Once you've completed your quest, the altar will become dormant, which you can use to your advantage. As it becomes dormant, it will no longer be able to be used to get another quest. But what you can do is use the altar to fuse some gems to get better gems. If you put 3 of the same broken gems on this, you will get the polished version of the gem. If you put 3 polished gems of the same type on the altar, you will get a perfect gem. Unfortunately, you can't put 3 perfect gems on the altar to get an ancient gem, as they are only obtained from completing the highest tiers of trial from a non-dormant altar. The way to get higher tier trials are by completing multiple trials in a row without dying. Beware, as when you die, all your progress resets, meaning you will have to look for more altars and start doing their trials to build up your progress again. As I've spoken about previously, you can acquire gems from completing trials at altars. These gems give different stats to the player, but you must do a certain number of steps before you can have them. The golden amulet allows you to equip the gems. This is crafted with 3 string, 2 golden nuggets, and 1 gold bar. The golden amulet allows you to equip up to 6 different gems, giving you every stat that each gem should give you. But you're now probably wondering, okay, so how do we actually insert these gems? Well, for this, you would need a lapidary table. This is the Lapidary Table, and this new station allows you to put up to 6 different gems into the golden amulet. You can create the Lapidary Table with 4 golden nuggets, 1 purple carpet, 1 wooden slab, and 3 wooden planks. This new interface is very easy to use, as all you need to do is insert the golden amulet into the box on the left hand side and insert your gems around the 5 boxes around the middle. The middle box is a special section called the main slot, and any gem inserted into this will give even more and better buffs. Do make note though that only polished, perfect, and ancient gems can be inserted into the main slot. Ancient gems are also only able to be slotted in the main slot. As I've said, when you complete the trial at an altar, you will be given either a broken, polished, perfect, or an ancient gem. These gems give great buffs and stats, all depending on the type of gem you are rewarded. Amethyst gems will increase the amount of health you have, and the quality of the gem also depends on how beneficial it is to you. A broken amethyst gem increases your health by 2, so will give an extra heart of health. The polished amethyst will give an extra 2 hearts, 4 hearts if in the main slot. And finally, the perfect amethyst will give an extra 4 hearts, an extra 6 hearts if in the main slot. When the perfect amethyst is inserted into the main slot, it will also give a buff called Life Bloom. This buff makes it so that when you are below half health, you will actually start to regain your health back gradually. This will be slower than regeneration, but will be persistent until you are fully healed. The next gem is the diamond, and these will increase your armor. The broken diamond increases your armor by 1 armor point. The polished version increases it by 2, and now with 0.5 armor toughness, and if it is in the main slot, increases by 4 armor points and 1 armor toughness. The perfect diamond increases it by 4 armor points and 1 armor toughness, and 8 armor points and 2 armor toughness if it is in the main slot. When the diamond is put in the main slot, you gain the hardening buff, which, when hit or blocking an attack with a shield, will have a 20% chance to negate all damage for around 3 seconds. The emerald gem is another one you can gain as a reward from the altar, and this will increase your luck. The broken emerald will increase your luck by 0.25, the polished emerald will increase your luck by 0.5 or 1 if it is in the main slot, and finally, the perfect emerald will increase your luck by 1 and increase it by 2 if it is in the main slot. Not only this, if the perfect emerald is in the main slot, you will also gain Fortune's Favor, whereby you will have a chance for a mob or an ore to drop double its loot when mined or slain. The ruby is another gem which will increase your attack damage depending on the quality of the gem. The broken ruby will increase your attack damage by 0.5. The polished ruby will increase your attack damage by 1, or by 2 if it is in the main slot. The perfect ruby will increase your attack damage by 2, or by 4 if it is in the main slot. Whilst it is in the main slot, you will gain Critical Fury. This will actually increase your damage by 25% for 5 seconds when you deal critical damage. This buff won't stack, so if you manage to do multiple critical hits within 5 seconds, it will only refresh the 5 seconds. The Sapphire gem is a new gem which gives you something a little bit different called Magic Amplification. This new stat will make any beneficial potions effects, like regeneration, last longer, and also can make them more potent. The broken sapphire increases the magical amplification by 10%. The polished sapphire increases the magical amplification by 20% and can increase to 40% if in the main slot. The perfect sapphire will increase the magical amplification by 33% or by 67% if it is in the main slot. The perfect sapphire gem will also give you arcane amplification when it is in the main slot. This will randomly increase the level of your enchantment of your equipment by 1 or 2 levels when you apply an enchantment. This can also make it go over the natural maximum level allowed. The final gem that you can obtain from this mod is the Topaz gem. This will increase your movement speed and attack speed. For the broken Topaz gem, your movement and attack speed increases by 7.5%. For the polished Topaz, your movement and attack speed increases to 12.5% or 25% when in the main slot. The perfect Topaz gem will increase your attack and movement speed by 33% or 67% if inserted into the main slot. Like the other gems, the perfect Topaz can be inserted into the main slot to give you something extra called Frenzied Blow. This makes it so that when you successfully melee attack, it will increase your attack speed and movement speed by 5% for 3 seconds. This can stack up to 3 times and the buff refreshes after every hit. Earlier in the video, I mentioned ancient gems and how they are only obtained through completing the highest tiered tasks from ancient altars. I previously mentioned as well that they can only be inserted into the main slot of your golden amulet. These gems give you amazing buffs and stat increases, and right now there are only 3 of them. Ancient Alexandrite is the first gem we will go through. When placed into the golden amulet, it will give you something called Dawn's Grace, whereby during the day, you will gain regeneration, 25% increased total armor and armor toughness. You will also get the benefit where your hunger will slowly be restored and is actually amplified when you're standing in direct sunlight. This is known as solar nourishment. At night, you will get different stats from Twilight's Edge. This will make it so that you have night vision, 25% increased total attack speed and damage as well. Additionally to this, you will also be given a 33% chance to dodge attacks. This next ancient gem is the Ancient Bismuth. This colourful looking gem is another one which grants the holder great benefits. Elemental conversions makes it so that every 10 seconds you will release a magical pulse which will grant either regeneration 2, strength 2 or speed 2 for 5 seconds. As well as this, it will produce a random elemental aura which includes a fire aura that burns nearby enemies, a lightning aura which strikes nearby mobs with lightning, or an ice aura which slows and weakens nearby enemies. After each pulse, an elemental burst will deal 5 magic damage to any nearby enemies within 5 blocks, which will push them back and levitate them for a short time. The final ancient gem is the Ancient Chrysoberyl. This ancient gem hasn't got many stat changes, but for what you get, I'm not surprised. This gives you electric skies, where it will literally allow you to fly as if you are in creative mode. Not only this, you gain 50% attack and movement speed, as well as 3 luck. This gem will certainly come in handy if you are out exploring your world. There are some extra items in this mod. One of them is a new music disc called Deprecophobia by Kinda Glum. Some other items that you can craft are some sconce torches. These are the torches that you can find at an altar. To craft a scone torch, you will need an iron nugget and a torch. To craft a scone soul torch, you need an iron nugget and a soul torch. And to craft a scone redstone torch, you need a redstone torch and an iron nugget. You are unable to craft a sconced cursed torch, so the only way you can obtain this is if you destroy the torch at an altar after you've started a trial. But be careful, because sometimes when you destroy these cursed torches, you may get a message saying how unlucky, and instead be given a rotten clump. That's it for this mod, at the moment anyway. As I've said, this mod is fairly new and only made within the past couple months, so a lot of items are still a work in progress and may change after this video. I'll leave a link to the mod in the description below so you can all go and check it out. I hope you like and subscribed if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next video.